someone is telling you that, give zero about it. Just give no flips.
Life with Rosehoff, inspiring you to live an empowered life.
Don't give an F about what people are thinking of you being 30, 35, 40, and you've not yet achieved the milestones that other people think are important at that age. Much as some people are saying you should have a house by 30, you should have a family by 30, there's some people who don't really need a house, you know. There's some people who would prefer to invest their money in traveling. I'm, for example, one of them. I would rather invest my money in traveling, in experiences, in acquiring knowledge than building some mediocre house. Yes, I would love to have a house of my own, but it should be like my dream house and not some mediocre house. But it's not something on priority list. My priority list is really living my life on a daily, and most of all, getting the best out of life, which means for me, traveling and acquiring knowledge, you know. So F that, you know. I don't give F's for milestones or standards that people expect, or don't be forced into having children because everyone is having children, or everyone expects, for example, a woman to be your mom. Don't do that, you know. Just don't give out your F's for that. Just make sure it's something that really, really is worth giving an F about. And again, that's why I used that word. Okay? Not giving an F. Why shouldn't you give an F? All right? I hope you're really, really with me. Another example I would give would be career path, which is also connected like to the point I talk about education. Oh my God, how many times have I said, like when we were all young, we had our career dreams, like what do I want to be when I grow up? Which career path do I want to take? Some of us are doing what we love, or maybe are doing something that is close to something that we would have loved to do. But how many people are doing jobs or careers that they are actually not happy about, that maybe given a chance they would have preferred to do something else, you know? But many people do that because they give way too many F's about what other people think, way too many F's about, you know, this is our family, this is how things work, or my parents expect that from me, or society expects that from me. I'll give a very good example. We at the moment have very, very many people who are successful just doing their social media career. I would put it that way. And people laugh about it, but the people earning way better than I even do, you know. And what they are doing is they've embarked on this social media career, which is very diverse, and they're earning a living from it. And that's not the most important part. The most important part is that it fulfills them. It makes them happy. And they are successful and do feel successful doing what they do. Are there people that are still laughing about it and saying, how do you say you're a digital creator, you're a content creator, you're just a TikToker, you're just an influencer? You know, you've all had those statements. But these people are doing what they love. They've chosen a career path that they love and are good at it. And believe you me, being a social media influencer, creator, digital creator is not an easy journey. It's not as simple as people think. You really have to be intelligent, hardworking, focused, and most of all, have the passion to succeed at something like that, you know? But again, what does it matter what people think? Give zero F's, you know? Give zero for what people think. Do you, do what makes you happy, and you'll have a fulfilled life. And you know, I always say life is too short, you know? So don't waste your life worrying about things that you can't change, that don't bring food to your table, and don't even matter to you. People are always gonna be people. If you had chosen to become some mediocre office girl, they still would have talked, you know, you're still not successful. So do you, and most of all, whatever decisions you make, always ask yourself, is this worth giving an F about? Is this really worth my, you know? So be very, very careful for what you give your F's out for. I've had moments in life where I've given F about things that really don't matter, but very, very seldomly, because like I said, I learned at a very young age not to give my F's out for anything or everything. I'm like really, really super mean when it comes to giving out F's. So believe you me when I tell you that it's really, really worth it to take the time and reflect about what you give your your flips out for. Same applies to children, same applies to marriage. I have a video about that. There's so many people that don't desire to become moms or dads, so many people that don't desire to become parents, and they are child free by choice. And you shouldn't feel judged by society. They're gonna judge you, they're gonna judge you even without asking them to. People are gonna be like, and I've had that a lot, she's 40 and she has no kids. Or if someone says, I don't want to have kids, they're like, why doesn't she want to have kids? Do you know what you're missing out? Who are you to tell someone what they're missing out? Like, they know what they want. They know what fulfills them. Like for me, if I didn't become a mom, I would have been dead and happy, That is something that is innate, something that you feel in you and you know if you desire or not. So it's not in your place to tell someone, oh my God, you definitely must have children, otherwise you'll be missing out. It's not your place, okay? And if someone is telling you that, give zero about it. Just give no flips about it. It's not worth it. It's your life. You do you. And we, as a society, we have to learn to respect people's boundaries, and don't feel offended if someone doesn't give an F about your opinions, because it's just your opinions, and you have no right to be telling someone how to live their life. And again, like I said, not giving F's doesn't mean everything should be, oh, I don't care. No, actually not giving a means and requires you to be very reflective, to reflect about everything you do, to reflect about your life. So actually people who don't give an F are very, very reflected people. They're not like, oh, I just walk through the world and everything just happens. No. Not giving a requires you to reflect like deeply about about your life. I'm laughing because I just remembered something. But anyhow, and I think what I should have even actually said at the beginning, do not, listen very carefully, do not give an F about things that you cannot change. Example is, you are in a situation where it is out of my power. There's nothing I can do about it. For example, your height, maybe you're very short, you're very tall, your skin color. Okay, some will say you can bleach, you can get melanin, but there's some things in life that you can't do anything about it. If you are short, you are short. You're not going to be reborn and become a 6 foot. It is something you can't change. So it doesn't make sense beating yourself about it, being sad about it. Oh my God, I wish I was taller. BS, things that you can't change are not worth giving an F about. Do not give an F about things that are out of your control, things that are out of your power. Just like people's opinions. How many times are people beaten and sad and even get into depression, unfortunately, because of people's opinions? But you can't change that. You can't change how people feel about you. You can't change what people think or want to think about you, So why give an F? Just don't give out any Fs for things that you cannot change, because it just makes life difficult. Another perfect example of things you can't change: death. Death is there. Death is a given. Death is a must. We are all going to die at one point or another. Unfortunately or fortunately, I don't know if I really want to live forever. I don't know. But at some point, we all gonna die. The difference is when and how, So that's something that you should try early on to live with, to accept and just go on with your life, Accept it. At some point, I'll have to say bye-bye, leave this world. So how do I get the best out of the time that is gifted to me, out of the time that I have on this earth, Worrying about death is not going to change anything. Worrying about death is not going to make you live forever. You're still going to die, So that is also a very, very good example of not giving an F for things that really, really you cannot change. So think twice before giving out any Fs, right? Common example, feeling sorry for yourself. Oh, poor me. Oh, I've put on weight. I feel so fat. Oh, I've been so unlucky in life. I totally understand. I've been there. I've done that for certain situations. Not really like sobi, because again, anyway, we don't want to go into me, but me as a person, I have a way of working things out for myself. But we've all had moments where you felt sorry for yourself, but don't stay there too long. Feel sorry for yourself, dust it off, ask yourself, what can I do next? What's the next step forward? Staying too sorry way for too long is just a waste of your time and your life. So that's something that you can't change. Don't give so many fuck about, things that you cannot change and feeling sorry and all that. Lastly, and most importantly, and I want you to really, really understand this. If you didn't watch the beginning, make sure you watch the beginning so you don't misunderstand what I'm trying to tell you. First of all, again, like I said, no matter how life turns out, always ask yourself, is this worth giving up about? Or could I be focusing on something else? And I'm using this word to make an imprint in your mind. I could have used any other word, but again, I chose this word. It's a shocker. It's not an everyday word, and maybe it's the only way I can deliver my message properly for you to understand how important it is to not dwell, waste your time, waste your energy on things that are not really worth it. That's how you could actually phrase this in normal terms. But again, I'm going to take you back to my intention why I use this statement. So no matter how life turns out, your success, your well-being, your destiny, your friendships, your environment, your career is honestly, I believe, determined by what you give an F about. So your entire life is determined by what you give an F about, So that means live a reflected life on a daily. Ask yourself on a daily, is what I'm doing worth giving an F about? And that could be even about a job. If you're having a job that you don't like, that is making you very unhappy, that is making you sick, you have terrible colleagues, you're earning terribly, you're just not fulfilled, you're just not happy. Ask yourself, is this job that I'm doing worth giving an F about? And if the answer is not, resign and start afresh. Okay, my lovelies. So again, I know that many people that join us on a daily, if you're new here, you're very welcome to our family, to the Rose Hope family. Just join us by subscribing, liking, sharing, and also letting us know what you'd like to hear or learn with us next time. Again, we are a social empowerment channel. We are a social empowerment family, and these are the kind of topics that we get to talk and share with each other and engage into conversation in the comment section. Once again, as you end off this video, ask yourself about everything that you are currently doing with your life and in your life. Is it worth giving up about? Thank you. Until next time, I love you.